The Little Gardener. In a small village nestled between green hills lived an 8-year-old girl named Mira. She was curious, kind-hearted, and had a dream. She wanted to grow the most beautiful garden anyone had ever seen. Mira's family was poor, and their backyard was just a patch of hard, dry soil. Still, every morning before school, Mira would take a tin can to the village well and fetch water for her tiny plants. At first, all she could afford to plant were a few carrot seeds her neighbor, old Mrs. Anya, gave her. "Mira, why do you work so hard for a few plants?" Mrs. Anya asked one day. Mira smiled. "Because every garden starts with a small seed, doesn't it?" Over time, Mira's garden began to grow. The carrots sprouted their green tops, and wildflowers, carried by the wind, started to bloom at the edges. Seeing her determination, the villagers started helping her. One brought tomato seeds, another gave her a bag of compost, and Mrs. Anya lent her an old watering can. As months passed, Mira's patch of dry soil transformed into a vibrant, colorful garden. There were sunflowers that stretched toward the sky, marigolds that glowed like tiny suns, and rows of vegetables that Mira shared with anyone in need. One evening, a traveler passing through the village stopped to admire the garden. "Who tends to this place?" he asked. Mira stepped forward, her face smudged with dirt, but glowing with pride. "I do, sir," she said. The traveler turned out to be a writer, and he was so inspired by Mira's story that he wrote about her in a big city newspaper. Soon people from far and wide came to see the little girl who had turned a barren patch of land into a paradise. But Mira never let the attention change her. She continued to care for her garden with the same love and devotion as before, teaching others how small acts of care could create something extraordinary. Mira's garden became a symbol of hope, reminding everyone that even the smallest seeds, when nurtured, could grow into something beautiful.